This is episode 36 now of the SNA podcast. Sorry if that took a 20-second extra. I was having technical difficulties. I had to log out and log back into my webcam into the YouTube studio. But this is the SNA podcast, episode 36 of the AEW Rampage review, part 5. Let's begin. It was an 8-man tag match with the Hardy Boys taking on Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and the Butcher and the Blade. And I'll say this was very interesting and entertaining fight with Jeff Jarrett mocking him, like his version of the Sierra Miro, like with the finger move. This is where Penta started doing it. He was like with his hands up. This is when Jeff Jarrett's like, "No, what are you doing?" And this is when Penta said Sierra Miro, and this is where he punches Penta right in the face. This is where he holds him around the ropes. He hits him with a leg drop right on to his back, throws first right into the. Oh, this is where he started doing the Ric Flair walk. I'm not sure if it's the Ric, but it's like a style and profiling walk, like what Ric Flair would do. This is when Jay Lethal started doing it too. He started doing it around the mid rope. This is where Penta started doing the super kick. This is where he does the walk too. He's like, "Monsieur Miro." And that's when Jay Lethal started tackling him, got tagged in. Here's where Jay Lethal Irish whips him. Here's where he leapfrogs, but Penta slides and ducks. This is where both Penta and Ray Phoenix does a double super kick to the knee and to the face. This is where Ray Phoenix started go for a 1 and 2. He kicks out off, but we're gonna start continuing more. This is where he tagged in Jeff Hardy. He fights. This is where they're fighting. Get to the point. Jeff Hardy got in the ring. He tags in his brother Matt Hardy against, I believe, was the Blade. Was in the ring. That's where he twists his arm. This is where Matt Hardy was on the middle ropes. He hits him with an elbow right into. No, it was the Butcher. Yeah, he hit the elbow of the Butcher. This is where he twists the arm. He bends it him right to his shoulder. He started doing it like over 100 times. When he started saying delete because he's still technically his woken broken persona, because of course he will say delete. That's still his catchphrase, even though he's not per se his woken broken character right now, but he still lives it into his wrestling persona. Yeah, because he's his brother is with his brother Jeff Hardy. He's the Hardy Boys, of course. This is where Jeff Hardy does this with his fingers. He's like, yeah, that's right. Delete, twist the arm. He started elbowing it. This is where he tags back in his brother Matt Hardy. This is where he started to hit him with chops. This is where him and Matt did a double suplex, but Butcher was trying to counter it, but there was nothing for him to do. He hit him with a suplex. That's where he did the double suplex. And then this is where Jay Lethal came in. This is where he started hitting forearm right to Jay Lethal. This is where Matt Hardy and Jeff double team him into the poetry in motion move. When Jay hits him with a splat, but he's use his brother Matt Hardy as a footstool to jump up and hits him with a splash. This is where Matt Hardy getting ready to go for a twist of fate, but Jay Lethal tapped him from behind, and the Blade trips him over into the ringside area. And this is where Butcher started choking him to death, and there was like a 3-on-1 disadvantage at that point. The referee's like, stay into y'all's post, like no y'all's role in position into this tag match. Like y'all not the legal man, like only what's his name? The Butcher's the legal man. This is where he tags in Jay Lethal. This is where he twisted his arm for Jay Lethal to kick it and bend it where it's not supposed to be. Jay Lethal hits Matt Hardy face first, right into Tina the turnbuckle in the top right corner of Tina the turnbuckle. This is where he rams him right to it, and then this is where he started taunting Penta and Jeff Hardy. This is where Jeff Hardy came in trying to come in and fight Jay Lethal, and because he was getting provoked by the former Black Machismo. This is where he started taunting him more, started doing that walk, doing that styling and profiling walk. I was like Ric Flair's not here, and I'm not sure if they're copying Ric Flair, but that's the only wrestler I see that do that walk. I mean, he could mimic some other wrestler, or even a celebrity that's totally different that's somebody else away from the wrestling business, like an actor or a singer or anybody. But I don't remember seeing no actor or singer doing that walk, that styling and profiling walk. But this is when the referee was too distracted to Jay Lethal. This is where Sanjay Dutt and Kip Sabian had enough time to double team and cheap shot Matt Hardy by double teaming, choking him right on the ropes, which was very unfair, of course. And then they were like, "We didn't touch him, we didn't do it." And then this is when Brother Zay, Isaiah Cassidy, came in and was like, "Hey, y'all stay in y'all's corner and stay in y'all's lane." And then this is where they tagged in. This is when Jay Lethal tags in Jeff Jarrett. This is where they try to do a double team tag team maneuver onto the older brother Hardy. This is where Matt Hardy counters like Jay Lethal's Irish whip to him, and then he slides on the outside. He's like, "You're not gonna fall for it." He's not. Looks like not gonna fall for whatever Matt Hardy has an idea. This is where Jay Lethal hits him with a side Russian leg sweep. Leg sweep. This is where he started stomping on him. He started endlessly stomping him. This is where they started doing the 4-on-1 disadvantage tag team brutal beatdown on poor Matt Hardy. This is where he started hitting them with left hands, forearms, and chops, and even arm twisting boots right into the midsection. This is when they're doing that until Matt Hardy counters into right here. Let's see. This is when the Lucha Brothers stepped in, which I believe Penta was the legal man. This is where he start doing his comeback moves. This is where Butcher and Blade try to come in and try to. I believe it was Butcher try to help out Blade, but Ray Phoenix came in. He pulled the rope down for Butcher to go back out the ringside area. This is when Penta was like, "Misael," and then this is where he goes for this dive right off the top rope into a diving senton. And then this is when everybody started cheering for the former NXT, not NXT, the AEW Tag Team Champion. I need to start correcting myself because I want to be in an embarrassing situation, which I'm already am, and be like JR when he accidentally called Kenny Omega the WWE Championship. But yeah, this is where Penta tried to go for a dive next. This is where the Blade slides him down, trip him over, and throw him right into Barry Barricade, which it didn't look like it didn't hurt at all. But he tried to attack him right, and this is where Ray Phoenix started hitting him with punches and chops, and then this is where Sunday. This is where Alex Vergentes tried to improvise and try to go for a dive. This is where Sanjay Dutt, and this is what amazed me the most. This was the most shocking thing that I seen in AEW. Alex Vergentes getting physical. This is where Sanjay Dutt tried to stop him from going dive, but Alex Vergentes hits him with I believe a left hand. I was like, did he really do that? And then this is where Kip Sabian tried to come in next. This is where he punched him in the face, but it looked like it didn't even halfway phases the British wrestler. This is where he still was standing. This is where Alex Vergentes had to poke him in the eyes just to get him down, and it looked like it worked because if he can't see, then he can't do anything about to the manager of the Lucha Bros. So that's what gave him enough time. This is where he goes up to the top. This is where he tried to go for a crossbody to the Satnam Singh. This is where he threw him like if he was just a child. Threw him like if he was nothing but a child. Which I was like, dang. So much for Alex Vergentes help bringing down all the guys from Jay Lethal, Butcher and Blade, and Jeff Jarrett. So much of bringing their guys down because your guys down because they're because he was doing pretty good for being just a manager for the Lucha Bros. Like I was like a couple years ago, I never thought he would ever do this. Even though he have speaking his mind plenty of times before, but I didn't know he would actually use his fist to start fighting. Like if he's in some kind of an action movie, like helping superheroes out fighting the villains off. I was like, wow, this is a really good episode of AEW Rampage. I was like, even though there's no point of it wouldn't be no point if I heard every single spoilers into this taping of AEW Rampage. The spoiler I heard of is the TBS Championship with Chris Statlander against Jade Cargill. But we're gonna talk about that at the end of the match, and then like y'all heard on the wrestling news, like it's true, like that the spoilers are true, and then it's going to be like how it's going to end. But we're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about the finishing touches of the match. This is where Rey Fenix super kicks Satnam Singh to defend his manager, Alex Rojentes. This is where Rey Fenix hits a diving corkscrew splash on everybody outside the ring. This is where Rey Fenix goes back in the ring. This is where the Blade comes in. This is where they start throwing fists at each other. And then this is when the Blade thought he had the upper hand because he started doing more and more, having more of the advantage. And then he hits him with a chop. He goes for a running tag move. This is where he tried to go for a rolling cutter with an interception. This is where he counters him. This is where he tried to hit him with a power slam. This is where he gets him with a ripcord move. He hits him with a ripcord roundhouse kick. This is where Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boy, go and fight and Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett in the ringside up into the stage, right into the main entrance. Like they were going straight up to the main entrance. This is where gave Rey Fenix the advantage of hitting his driver right onto the Blade for the 1, 2, 3, and your winners are Jeff Hardy and the Hardy Brothers and the Lucha Brothers, the Lucha Bros and the Hardy Bros. And no, I don't mean Matt Riddle, which that was a short-term alliance with Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle, which Matt Hardy eventually poked fun of that, like right after they did a temporary team alliance on that episode of Monday Night Raw in 2021, But I mean by the Lucha Bros. I mean, the Lucha Bros, like they're brothers. And the same with Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are brothers, literally brothers. They're the Hardy Bros, but they're known as the Hardys on AEW. But this is my video, so I can call them whatever I want, as long as I'm getting to the point of why I'm here for, which I'm talking about tonight's AEW Rampage. And this is where Satnam Singh double clotheslines the Hardy Brothers as soon as they brought down Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Top of the ramp. This is where Alex Rojentes and the Lucha Bros didn't realize this because they were too busy celebrating their victory. But this is where they walked out like the heels, Jay Lethal, But he's got the win. This is where these guys that are supposed to be teaming with Bray Wyatt in WWE, which I forget their names are, they're from Ring of Honor. They came out. They revealed themselves when they took their hoodies off, and they were standing right above the Hardy Boys, I should say. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen next with these guys. Like they could possibly go after for the AEW Tag Team Championships. But for now, FTR going to face the Iron. What's their names? The Iron. But yeah, this is where we got Britt Baker. This is where she was like, "Yeah, everything didn't went according to plan this past Wednesday, but I want to talk about the TBS Championship match tonight between Jade Cargill and Chris Statlander, which she's the current champion, of course." She was like, and she wants to make it known that she wants to be the first ever woman to hold both the AEW Women's Championship and the AEW Women's TBS Championship. And then she wants to face either of the winners either winner who's going to walk out as TBS Championship tomorrow night at AEW Collision. And then whoever to be champion, we're gonna have a new whoever the results are for the night. Like will be a guaranteed new champion in 24 hours from now at AEW Collision. Make sure y'all check out episode 37 of the SNA podcast of the AEW Collision review, part 5. But she was like, yeah, and there will be a new TBS champion, and then it's me, sincerely, like Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, with the TBS championship, being the new TBS champion. I was like, yeah, this could happen, but I would say maybe this could happen indeed, like, and this could be some kind of a triple threat programming with her becoming the TBS champion. And I'm a huge Britt Baker fan, but I'm not sure this could be a guarantee, but I would say I could see this happening. This could be a triple threat programming with her and Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander. And this could be a Wrestle Dreams triple threat match for the TBS title. And then she could do very well with it, and she could make it even more prestigious. Even though Chris Statlander is doing a really good job of successfully defending it with the likes of Mercedes Martinez and Robin Renegade and who else did she successfully defended it before? Oh yeah, Ruby Soho. Like she's been defending it on every single woman there. But it's AEW kind of have a corner with me, but put this prediction in the corner with me, even though they didn't ask me for my prediction and my opinion on it. But I'm just going to give it to them anyways. And I'll say I could see Britt Baker winning that championship. And if she do, then we could see a triple threat kind of program. And then we could see a full-time programming with her and Hikaru Shida with a heel version of the former AEW women's champion. Shida, yeah, is a heel. And that'll be very interesting. What do y'all think overall on this? Y'all let me know down in the comments. We're going to – this is where we have the match with Christopher Daniels with a Kingdom, which I would say I thought it was going to be some kind of squash match. But, man, I couldn't get more wrong. But, yeah, this is where Christopher Daniels was fighting like if he was – full-time in AEW like he was 4 years ago, like when he was SCU with Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian. But he hasn't been wrestling in weeks. Like the last time I saw him in a recent match was like, man, let me think. I think it was when at the beginning of this year when he faced MJF. I believe he wrestled MJF in the match when he was on his way of facing Bryan Danielson at this year's Revolution event. But he faced him at AEW Dynamite, I believe. But yeah, because he's been in the producing role. But yeah, he was doing really good. Like he was teaming with he was fighting against the Kingdom like if he was actually was an active tag team with Matt Sydal. Because when he body slammed I believe was Mike Bennett. I believe he let Matt Sydal slammed him just like if like him very perfectly, like if it was their finishing move. And then he does a very successful diving moon starship corkscrew splash right onto Mike Bennett, and I would look like it would give him a 1, 2, 3, and I would thought of that if Mike Bennett and Matt Taven the Kingdom wasn't in a very big storyline feud with Adam Cole and MJF at the moment. But yeah, but that didn't put him away. This is where he tags in Matt. This is where he tags in Matt Taven. Yeah, this is where he tags in Matt Taven. This is where he pushes Matt Sydal's face, looking like he's like you're a Matt too. Like, well, I'm the better Matt than you ever will be. And this is where that's what he said. That's why I was. That's what it looks like he would say. This is where Matt Sydal ducked from his clothesline. This is where he hits him with a Hurricane Rana. This is where where Christopher Daniels hit him with a right hand. This is where Matt Sydal hits him with a side kick. This is where he tags in Christopher Daniels. This is where the referee's like, tag, like confirmed. And this is where they hit another double team move that looked like a tag team. This is where they hit him with a double kick. This is where Christopher Daniels hit him with a clothesline from behind. This is where he hits him with another spinning moonship corkscrew splash right onto, except this time to the Matt Taven, yeah. And then this is where Christopher Daniels hit Mike Bennett with a gut buster. And then this is where Matt Sydal hit him with a swinging kick. I was like, with them fighting, you would thought they would be the ones. You probably think they're the ones that are going to beat them in the squash match, like with the Kingdom being the sacrificial enhancement lambs. But that clearly wasn't the case. This was just a normal match, just to give something for the fans to watch on this tonight's Rampage. But yeah, this is where he started hitting moves, hitting the team of the turnbuckle. This is where he gets flipped over onto the hardest part of the ring, which is known as the ring apron. This is where Mike Bennett trips him over face first right into the hardest part of the ring. This is where he rams him right into it. This is where he hits him with a spinning rebound clothesline. I was like, wow, that was completely brutal. Like that looked like that looked like a move that you could put anybody to sleep on. But man, I'm not going to bore you enough. This is where gets to at the end of the match. This is where I was like, but yeah, that rebound close. I'm surprised that didn't knock him out right there. But yeah, this is what as you can see right here. But this is where they finally hit their finishing move right on to Christopher Daniels into the. With what's his name got him into that jaw-breaking holding stunning position while Matt Taven hits them with a Claymore position kick. I forget their name of that tag team finishing move. He hit that move and got the 1, 2, 3. This is where they had a post-match promo. And then this is when Matt Taven had the microphone. He's like, Roderick Strong is suffering. This is when everybody in attendance wasn't buying their pitiful story about Roderick Strong suffering his neck. And he was like, and then that's when he's like, and that's when one fan wasn't believing him. He said a fan made a remark, which I can't recall right now. I need to hear this from an excellent source about this later on. But this is where he said something. This is where Matt Taven was like, hey, he's suffering. Like, so shut up. Like, he's suffering, his neck suffering. And it's not just because he's in poor neck health. And we need to get back to him right away. Like, well, this was the most worst acting I have ever seen. Like if that was the case, like, then you would know, then you would even name drop what particular what kind of conditions he is with his bad neck. He's like, we gotta be there soon. But before, I don't blame Samoa Joe for his neck issue. I blame particularly Adam Cole for his neck being into this state. And I was like, why blame Adam Cole? Like, when he was being more concerning more than you two ever will. And I believe this is what's going to lead to. Like, he's going to tell Roderick Strong, like, he's telling him, like, why you hang out with these guys? Like, and he's going to tell him a reason why he's no longer teaming with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Like, which that will probably lead up into a big tag match, which is probably not going to be until 2024, like anytime in the beginning of 2024. Whether it be into a New Year's Smash, no, I don't know about New Year's Smash. I'll say probably leads up to an AEW Revolution pay-per-view. But what y'all think about my theory about where this will probably lead to. Y'all let me know. Maybe this is too soon, and this is my most wildest prediction in making this early prediction because Revolution's probably like 6 months away, like in March of 2024. So maybe this is too soon to call this, but I'm just gonna call it already. But like I said, y'all let me know down in the comments on what you think about my theory, and yeah. But yeah, they were talking about that. They were talking about he blamed Adam Cole, and that's what Tony Schiavone's like. And then this is when even Tony Schiavone was like, "Oh, brother, like you're really gonna blame him?" And he didn't do nothing. And he was like, and that's when he challenged Adam Cole and MJF for the tag team championship. I don't know when that was gonna be, but we're gonna probably hear an announcement very shortly. And then we're gonna stay tuned, and we're gonna watch this match, and I'm gonna analyze this. Like whatever upcoming AEW event, I am gonna do a AEW recap into this matter. Yeah, into this matter when we watched for my viewers that's watching AEW right now, we're gonna figure out what's gonna happen next. And what y'all think about the segment? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And this is when Renee Paquette interviewed Prince Nana on what happened with him getting double super kick. This is when he was like those two immature children super kicked me with their dirty little shoes. I mean, who do that? Who does that? He's like they putting those two little children are double super kick me with their stinky shoes. I mean, who does that? Like who do that to another human being? Like why do it and right in my face? What kind of question is that? What you trying to tell us, Renee? Like what kind of question? Like ask us that. And this is probably the case. Like I feel like the young. He's like, I didn't get that much experience in my life. I try to give Hangman Adam Page a fight of his life, and no one does nothing about it. Like you say about the young buck? Like what about that? What you say about that, Prince? Now, like yeah. And this is when Swerve Strickland said it was more professional into his promo, which I haven't seen him I never seen him done this in months, if not for a whole year yet. But he was like, "Oh, let me tell you, say it like this, like y'all have y'all interjected about this, like in my podcast, in the Swerve City podcast, and then y'all put y'all TVP back on and play favorites again, and again, Hangman, y'all did exactly what I thought you were gonna do. I know you don't want to the elite. I think what you can do, handle responsibility on your own." Which I was thinking like, whoa, this is probably just a nod to CM Punk thinking this, and then CM Punk talking about this, and then about not taking care of responsibilities, responsibilities about being into a brawl with the former AEW World Champion and the former AEW wrestler. Like, I think this is some kind of a nod to it. Like, and then this is what made me thinking this. Like, yeah, I guess my prediction was right from this past Wednesday on Dynamite that we will have a match. And it will be a 6-man tag match with Hangman Page against the Mobile Embassy. And he was like, with the Mogul Embassy, we gonna handle business. With the leader of Mobile, it'll be me and Brian Cage against. It'll be a Mobile Embassy with our other boys and Brian Cage against Hangman Adam Page and the Young Bucks. He's at AEW Grand Slam, and I was like, yep, I was right about this. Like since last week with Brian Cage attacking Hangman Adam Page in the post-match beatdown, until the Young Bucks came out and fought them off. Like, fought them off and had them running. And I was like, this is gonna turn into a match at AEW Grand Slam. But anyway, this is where he may get the match to be confirmed. This is where he's like, he says his catchphrase, whose house? And then that's when he says Swerve's house. It's Swerve's damn house, let me phrase that. That's where the Acclaim fought these 3 jobbers, which I can't recap any much about it. I would say the only thing I can say is I'll start with Max Caster doing his freestyling entrance, like, hey, yo, listen. And the only thing I could say that he said the lines of saying, like, y'all going to have these 3 guys that they're going to face, they're going to have a bad night just like Joe Barrow. And then that had me cracking up. I was so dying with laughter when he said this, and I was like, really, like, he just roasted them. He's a baby face, and that's coming out of his mouth for saying it. I was like, this is what made me happy doing the dance of joy, which I don't know what that means. Like, I just start doing my dance of joy, and then I was like, yeah, like this is the best thing I have ever heard from Max Caster, because obviously, personally and respectfully, I'm not a fan of anything Cincinnati, and let alone the football team, including Joe Barrow, because he's the guy that haven't even won a Super Bowl. But I'm not trying to talk trash here right now. That's a video for another day. If I ever do a football video on my SNA podcast, please don't sue or try to come in here and try to murk me. But even if he tries to do that, I'll have no choice but to self-defense. But none of that. But yeah, that will never happen, obviously. But I don't know. I'm not sure why I would say that. But yeah, the point is, he said that line, which I got to give him a clap for saying that in Cincinnati from the 1/3 of the AEW Trios champion. This is where they squashed him. This team that hardly had a chance. This is where Billy Gunn hits one of them with the Famouser. This is where he tags in Anthony Bowens. He hits him with the Scissory Timbers leg drop right between the crotch. This is where Max Caster hits him with the mic drop for the 1, 2, 3. This is where they try to do the scissoring celebration, but they got rudely and immediately interrupted by the Dark Order. This is where he said, like, we need a serious team, and then not. And this is where Evil Uno looks more serious than the rest of the Dark Order members. This is where he's like, we need more. Not listen to no rapper wannabe doing some horrible freestyling and giving the fans giving these trashy fans, I should say, to describe, like, of him insulting the Cincinnati fans. He was like I don't like, and we're gonna be actually a tag team that we take seriously, and we're gonna be a legitimately trios tag team, like, and it won't be with them doing the scissoring movement and then the scissoring movement and doing the horrible freestyling to entertain these garbage fans. And this is where they set a challenge, like John Silver, Alex Reynolds, and Alex Reynolds and Evil Uno. They said, well, we're gonna have one of you face the one of us in a match at which I believe was AEW Collision. I was like, well, that was very unusual when they set a challenge like that. I would expect them to challenge them for the trios titles at AEW Grand Slam. But yeah, there probably wouldn't be enough time to do this. Like that's what I was thinking. Like the Britt Baker match against the TBS, against who's going to be the TBS championship later on. And why come did he challenge them for the? She challenged them at Grand Slam. I would say probably 2 reasons. One, they probably didn't have enough room to put them because they have so many matches, and 2, to have something the fans watch, something extra and exclusive to watch on AEW Collision 24 hours later, or a little bit over 24 hours later, I should say, or not over, less. Yeah, let me phrase, a little bit less than 24 hours later. Yeah, I'll say like 23 hours later. Oh, not 22, 2 hours. I'll say 21, 22 hours later. But anyways, but yeah, they got something to watch just to bring in some viewers and ratings and there's something the fans to watch. But this is when they said, this is where it's what this is when Anthony Bones was confused. Like, one of us to face. Like, how we're gonna do that and manage to pull that off? And then this is when Billy Gunn's like, I have an idea. How about we do rock, paper, scissors? And I was like, really? Like, I know y'all's gimmicks are scissors, but you really have to do this right now. And then we started doing rock, paper, scissors like 3 times in a row. This is when they'll keep doing it like 3 times in a row, like keep getting scissors, like all 3 of them. I was like, really? Like, this is like scissors version of when SpongeBob was playing rock, paper, scissors with Patrick and Squidward, and they would keep getting paper every single time. I was like, really? Like, you're really going to do this like on the SpongeBob episode? But anyway, and that's when the Dark Order was getting tired and know that enough of this rock, paper, scissors crap. Like, please be one of y'all and get this over with and make this official. And then this is when Anthony Bowen stepped in. He was like, you know what, I'm a like, even though like you know what, I'm a step. You know what, like I'll fight either of you like tomorrow night at AEW Collision. And then this is when the Dark Order was like, why? And if you win, then you should get a shot at the AEW Tag Team, AEW Trios Tag Team Championship. And then they're like, why would we should earn ourselves an opportunity? The last 4 years that we've been here, being the OGs, the gratitude we did from the very bottom of what we are today. I was like, a good point on that, but do you really have to complain about this right now? Like, but anyway, this is like we had enough of this, and we're gonna take what's ours, and then that's our spot. And you are bad people. So every single week, I get the same cookie cutter place, same place, same time, with all that stuff. Like, and you do a bad rap, you do. You do all that stuff, yeah. Basically, what like he said, like I said earlier, what they said on the promo, but I guess they made that known. This one they started scissoring everybody. This is where Aussie Open had the match against these tag team, which one was Damian. Let's see right here. Damian Chambers and Lord Crew, which I'd say they're probably new. And no rhyming pun intended, but yeah. I'll say most of the time, they just hit their moves, like hit that double spine buster into their opponent's backs, each other, like it crashed right into each other, and then they hit, and that's when they hit their tag team finisher, which was the. Let's see right here. This is where they hit their double spine buster right into their opponents, each other's backs, crashing. This is where they hit and then they hit their spin move like Buddy Matthews Murphy's Law finishing move. Like he did this episode was like a double team version. They got the 1, 2, 3. And it looks like they try to go after any tag team championships that's out there, whether it be in the AEW tag team championship or winning back the Ring of Honor tag team championship. And Jericho's like, yeah, like I have to admit that they do look like they could be future AEW tag team champions, like they were with the Ring of Honor tag championships. He admit that, but what do y'all think? Do you think they could possibly be the next Ring of Honor tag team not Ring of Honor, AEW World Tag Team Championship? And then the same guys And it's the same. And the guys that currently holding those straps, they beat them before, but it was for the New Japan Tag Titles, the IWGP World Tag Team Championship. And can they repeat their pace with the AEW titles? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And we're gonna move on to the main event. They start announcing their matches. That's what they're called. Speaking of the tag team champions, like FTR going to take on the Iron Savages, and then and they show the Wrestle Dream card, but they show like whoever wins between Jay Cargill or Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. They're going to take on Britt Baker tomorrow night at AEW Collision, and then they show like for AEW Grand Slam with Jon Moxley taking on Rey Fenix, defending his AEW International Champion. And then we got Samoa Joe against MJF for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And then they got Eddie Kingston defending his New Japan Strong Openweight Championship against Claudio Castagnoli's Ring of Honor World Championship. And then they start showing the Wrestle Dream, the two announced matches with Bryan Danielson taking on the Zack Sabre Jr., the current New Japan World TV Champion. And then we got Swerve Strickland against Hangman Adam Page at October 1st. And then that's when we do have the match, which I'll say it didn't fail. Like, even though most of us know what was the outcome of this match, but I'm gonna at least recap half of this. So just to get this over with, and I'm gonna start right here with Jay Cargill basically annihilating Chris Statlander, even taking it outside, like hitting her with power slams right into barricade, right on the concrete floor when Chris Statlander tried to hit a crossbody right off the apron. And then she ran and then threw her right back into the ring. This is where she Irish whips her right into the corner. This is where she started doing push-ups, which I'm not sure why she was doing that, like, other than being just a basic taunt, but like she could have hit her with an attack move. I was like why? Well, what's the point of doing that? Like that's basically wasting time. Like, you could use that finish to try to hit her with more moves before you completely finish her off. Like, hit her with moves that will keep her too distracted to comprehend on what's going on when you hit her with the jaded. But that was her decision, I suppose. But I gotta admit, she started stomping her right into the corner. She hit her with a forearm. That's where she also hit her with a swinging kick. This is where, let's see right here. It's where Jay Cargill had her in the head. That's what it is. She had her in the headlock. She started bending her sideways right onto the bottom rope, which I don't know what reason she would do that, but I believe I guess she's doing that because she's trying to have her be unconscious so she can easily beat her and regain her TBS title. But even if she tries to do that, like how are you gonna manage to pull that off if she's still unconscious, still conscious enough to stay in the match and try to retain and trying to make sure and prevent that you don't win the TBS championship. And then but anyways, back to the match. We have Chris Statlander coming back in the match, hit her with a knee strike right into the corner, Tina the turnbuckle. This is where she tried to go for Friday Night Fever, but Jay Cargill counters it, rolls out of it, and she pushes her right into the rope. Chris Statlander sliding in. This is where she tried to close on her. She ducks. She hits the least most devastating move in all sports entertainment, the Blue Thunder Bomb. And like Simon said, did it work for the 1, 2, 3? No, it did not. But anyways, this is what made her very worked up. This is where Chris Statlander drags her right to the corner. She tried to go for a mid-rope move. This is where Smart Mark Sterling tried to just interfere. This is where Jade Cargill did not like that. She was like, "What are you doing? Like, I don't need your help. Like, I can do this on my own. Like I did this on my own when I even was the champion, and I can do this again when I regain it." And then this is where Smart Mark Sterling was trying to argue with her until he went down. He's like, all right, sorry. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like it's already enough. You're the most annoying heel manager that you could ever be into this industry. But like, don't make it any worse for her trying to win the championship. But this is where before you have a chance to go down, like, he was telling, like, go ahead and do what we had planned to do. This is where Chris Statlander came in, hit Jade Cargill with a left hand, I believe, but she moved out of the way and hit Smart Mark Sterling, which us fans would love to see that, like, to shut him up and not be a controlling know-it-all. Like, thinks he knows what is best for his clients on how they should win their matches, which I'll say, I believe that there should be a storyline in this, like guys like Tony Nese and Josh Woods correct him on this and tell him to stop doing this, because this is not doing none of them any favors whatsoever. Like, but that's a story for another day with Tony Nese and Josh Woods, but as the varsity athletes. But anyways, this is when Jade Cargill hits her with a boot to the face. This is when she tried to hit her with the Jaded, but this is when Chris Statlander hits her with the most devastating move in all sports entertainment, but that didn't work. So she got back up. She tried to go for a spinning clothesline, but Jade Cargill caught her got her with her hand on her throat. She choke slams her, and then she thought that was going to be it right there, but it only got her a 1-2 with a 2.8 count. And this is when they show Britt Baker backstage on the TV backstage on the backstage TV with the little back wall, like the studio back wall. Like, she started watching to see who's gonna win this match. Whoever walks out as TBS champion, obviously, of course, is gonna face her at tomorrow night's Collision. And then this is when Jade Cargill came in. This is where she tried to go for the Jada. This is where she pushed her back right into the Tina the Turnbuckle. This is where Jade Cargill pushed her back. She tried to spear her right through the turnbuckle corner. This is where she missed, and then this is where Chris Statlander came in, ran and hit her with a clothesline to hell. This is where she finally hits her finishing move, or first she hit her with the ladder scissors kick, and this is where she finally hits a finishing move, which is the Friday Night Fever, because it is Friday Night Rampage. She got the 1-2-3 and she's still the TBS championship, and she's gonna win that championship, and she's gonna win that. And I believe Britt Baker might just win that championship tomorrow night. Even though I kind of spoiled it, but that's just my prediction, anyways. Regardless. Because we all know that Jade Cargill is going to leave for WWE. What if she won this championship and then she dropped it to Britt Baker? But that would remain to be seen. But remains to be seen. But we're gonna see everything about that tomorrow. In my room. But yeah, that's your room. Yeah. Uncle SNA's finishing up doing this podcast. Like, he's telling the viewers that he's gonna do his Go in the living room and Uncle will play with you. Yeah. Just go. Uncle Julian's about to be done in the next couple of minutes. Bowling. Yeah. You take these bowling pins and you can set them out. Yeah. Uncle SNA's gonna. SNA got it. He'll do it. Okay, he'll do it. Just wait for a couple minutes. Uncle SNA's almost done. Okay. But anyways, but yeah, I believe that's gonna happen tomorrow night for the TBS title. But they handshake, they hugged it out, like they showed some respect because, like the rumor has it, and we got some spoilers on this from I had some sources that showed that this was already pre-taped because fans that were there live that recorded and posted it on social media. It showed that this happened already when we were on the AEW Dynamite show, and they pre-taped this episode of AEW Rampage. So they showed pretty much what happened at the main event match. And I was like, I hope this was the main event match, which I was right because it looked like it was a main event worthy match. Like it reached more higher than high expectations. Like so. Yeah, I'm Uncle Super Ninja Austin. Uncle Super Ninja Austin. Yeah. Anyways, this is where this is where they hugged it, and then the rumor has it that it's been one minute, Trey. Anyway, this is where. But I also heard that Jay Cargill handshake and hug every single friend that she made in AEW, like. Because they like she's WWE bound, like, and she got to deal with them, and then her deal with AEW is soon to be a close. But we're gonna see what's in the future from the former TBS champion. And do you think she's gonna go to WWE? I think she is. If this is the case, that if after her losing this title match, I was thinking like maybe she is gonna be. She's going to be leaving AEW just to go there because she finally probably have a deal that she couldn't refuse and finally wrestle for a company that she always wanted to wrestle. Ever since she's been watching her, ever since she was younger, with China being her inspiration into the industry. Here you go. But anyways, but yeah. But I forgot to talk about QTV with Johnny TV being the leader for now until QT Marshall comes back. This is where Aaron Solo asked. He was like, yeah, sure, he's come back. Why are you asking? And this is when they beat up this poor guy. I forget this luchador's name. They started beating him up, and then the annoying girl, I forget her name, that cannot sing, she nearly stabbed him in the back of the head with the scissors. Johnny TV and Aaron Solo had to stop her. Like, whoa, not too much. Like, wow, like going wild, like Murder One, or crazy woman going wild, Murder One, like I suppose. But anyways, yeah. What do you think about these TV? What about think about QTV with Johnny TV being in charge? Y'all let me know down in the comments for that. And I guess I'm going to end this review for right now. I'm going to end this video for now. And what you thought about this review, y'all let me also know about that in the comments down below. And I've been your host, Super Ninja Austin. And if you like this video, make sure you click on the big thumbs up button, and also click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you can be notified when I upload my new video. And then, yeah, I'm getting to there, Trey. Yeah, this little canary and this little Scarlet Macaw, like, just want to end this video so fast, but I'm just gonna get to the point. My name is Super Ninja Austin. This was the SNA podcast, episode 36 of the AEW Rampage review, part 5. And I hope y'all have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow night at AEW Collision review, part 5 of the SNA podcast, episode 37. And yeah. And I'll see you then. Super Ninja Austin, the assassin, out.